Hey, it's Brad here for Team Cowboy for Game. Speed Duels has some pretty big news this week. Call the Haunted is going to be a skill card, so let's see what it does in Speed Duels. It's going to be a continuous trap, as per expected, and its activation requirement is, at the start of the duel, place this card in your center spell and trap zone. You can activate this skill during your first turn of the duel. You draw one less card at the beginning of the duel. And then the effect, as per usual, activate this card by targeting one monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in attack position. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. So that's basically how Call of the Haunted works in the main game, so of course it's going to carry over to the skill card. So you might be tempted to think that this is bad, that you're getting one less card at the start of your duel, but at the same time you're getting a guaranteed draw of Call of the Haunted, which, if we're looking at the original Yu-Gi-Oh, Call of the Haunted was really busted. So being able to resurrect one monster and it having no requirements on it is pretty damn good, especially if you're running a graveyard-based build. This probably won't replace Dragon Call and Blue Eyes, obviously, but for other decks, at the moment, Gravekeepers don't really have support outside the Yami one or the Destiny Draw where you get the guaranteed one, but at the same time you've got Gravekeepers Recruiter, which, if you res Gravekeepers Recruiter, this is a guaranteed Rite of Spirit. You can bring it back, then tribute it for Oracle, and then you lower all your opponent's monsters by 2,000. Fun times. It's probably good at Amazoness as well. The Yugi decks might be able to look into it. They released this information in a blog post that also confirmed that Buster Blader is going to be in this set as well. So, finding a way to ditch your Buster Blader to the graveyard and then bring it back so then it can just swing over all the Blue Eyes might also be a cheeky little scheme as well. It's an ultra rare as well, so it's going to be one of our first valuable cards in the format. Since it's a skill card, you could nearly justify spending money on this because it's not a card you already own. But at the same time, having ultra rare cards that are meta is definitely going to make this game very similar to how original Yu-Gi-Oh was, where you got to spend some money to win the tournaments. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh works, and you can still have fun. I don't see this being a requirement. It will be it's good, but we're also getting some more spell and trap destruction in the next couple sets as well. So there's that trade-off as well. It actually might be a nice little a nice way to mix up the format. What do you think of Call the Haunted getting a skill card treatment and coming into Speed Duels? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, that's all for Cowboy for Game. Thanks, talk to you later. We'll probably break down this more on the podcast as well next week. With hopefully the rest of this set should leak by next week, because it's out next week. Ciao!